Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Moran and you are on Moran Arcana readings, and this is going to be a reading for the week ahead whenever you're watching this video. And I'm gonna use a tarot as usual, and then I'm gonna use three different oracle messages. So this is an angel number. I will also read to you the affirmation in a guidebook, but you will have an angel number with this. There's a message from the animals, and then there's a message from the angels. But yeah, I'm gonna just put this on the side for now so we can have the tarot, but I will take them back at the end of the reading. So, as always, I will shuffle the deck 3 times, and then I will cut the pile in three. If while I shuffle the pile, you can think of your situation, anything that you want to know, any questions you have, anything like this. If you can think of this, and then I will cut the pile in three, I will put it together, and then we'll go ahead with the reading. But let's go ahead and see what's the energy for the week ahead for you. Also a reminder that this is collective reading. It's not a one-to-one or personal reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, so pretty good week because we have the sun. We have the sun and the moon. Funny enough, we have the sun and the moon, so the two, opposite astral um, elements, I want to say. So let's see what we have here. We have the Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles is speaking about collaboration. So this week might be a time for collaboration. It's gonna be a week based on collaborating with people, discussing project, discussing things. But yeah, the Three of Pentacles speaks about collaborating with other people in order to build a project. So maybe you have a project that you have in mind and you've been doing it all alone for now. But this week is the time where you may need to bring some other people to your project. So it doesn't have to be like they have to actively participate to your project, but at least it's a card that says that you could invite ideas. This card says like it's important to listen to everyone because everyone has something to bring to the table. Maybe there's someone that's going to have an idea that you've never heard before, or maybe they will approach the project in a different angle that you haven't thought before and is maybe easier. But it could be a project that you have, but it could be at work as well. At work, being open to communication and open to hearing other ideas and collaborating with someone to be able to finish a project. Um, so yeah, it's a very good card for this, collaboration. And I think like that's the theme of the week. The main theme is making sure that you are not closed off to other people and you are listening to other people's opinions. You don't have to apply every opinions, but at least listen to them, and take whatever is useful for you. But yeah, you can see these three people are collaborating to do something. In the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith, it's three people collaborating with each other to build a church. So it's a little bit the idea, it's a big project, but you have to let other people give you their ideas. Then we have the moon. So the moon card, one of the major arcana. So as I said, we have two major arcanas, and we have the moon and the sun. Um, and the moon card is speaking about you not necessarily knowing where you're going, and that could be a little bit scary. So you have a plan, you have an idea of where you want to go, but you can't see the final destination for now. So it's almost like it's preventing you from moving. The things are a little bit scary. You don't know where you're going. I usually take the example of, if you have a path at night, but you only have the moonlight to guide your way. You only see the path, but you don't see what's on the side. So it's a bit scary. You don't know what's going on. But the moon card says that you need to keep walking. No matter how scary it can be, and no matter how um, doubtful you can be, you have to keep moving. The every With the moon, every step that you take is going to be a step in the right direction. So you just have to keep moving. This card is also obviously related to emotions also and intuitions. So listen to your intuition. That's going to be the guide. That's going to be your guide to keep moving. But this card is saying, like, keep moving, even if it's scary, you don't know where you're going, and you don't know the final destination. Every step that you make forward is going to be a step in the right direction. You don't need to know all the details for now. You don't need to know every little details about where you're going. You just have to keep moving. You just have to put your energy towards a project, and little by little you keep moving, and you will be able to see the end destination, close when you close enough to the destination, the end of the destination. But you don't have to know everything now. Then we have the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords, again, I told you, you need to keep moving forward, and the Page of Swords isn't a card of action. The Page of Swords moves very fast, and is full of ideas, and is full of youthful energy. And I told you, like, he's full of ideas, and he may have gathered these ideas also by listening to other people. But he's very youthful as well. As I said, he's very he likes to move fast. Okay, he is moving fast with all his ideas, all his ideas for project, all his new beginnings. Is also a card of new beginnings, so he's very excited for this new beginning. So that this week you may receive some kind of news regarding a project. Again, it could be regarding this project, or it could be regarding something else, but that's basically going to push you forward, and you're going to be excited about something. You're going to be excited about it, and you're going to want to learn everything you can about something, because the Page of Swords is also someone that loves to learn. So you're going to want to learn everything you can about this new thing that is coming to your life. Okay, or it's just maybe you're going to learn something a little bit more that is going to stop you from being in this energy of the moon where you're stuck because you're scared. You're going to be able to move forward a little bit because of the Page of Swords, and because you receive some kind of news, some kind of message. But you can see there's this movement to go forward. This is usually the way forward. So, it's moving forward. But yeah, there's also, the birds here, so it could be related to some kind of message that you're going to receive, that again is going to move you forward, and you're going to want to learn everything you can, and you're going to be excited about this new direction that you are taking. Then we have the Three of Swords, and the Three of Swords is a card that is not the easiest, as you can see on the drawing, but you can see behind there are some fireflies' wings. So there is some kind of painful element that is still lingering with you, and I don't think it's going to happen this week. I think it's something that happened maybe in the recent past, and I can see the butterfly, not the butterfly, the firefly wings, and to me it's a symbol of transformation, firefly. So I feel like you are overcoming some kind of heartache that happened, something painful that happened in your life recently. It could be anything. It could be the loss of a friendship, the loss of a job, maybe the loss of a house. You had to move out from a place that you liked. Anything like this. It could be this, and it was painful, but I feel like you are transmuting this energy towards something that is pushing you forward to something different. But yeah, I think like there's some kind of transformation. I feel like you have grieved properly and you are moving towards something new. Okay, it's you are removing the swords little by little and your heart is becoming full again. But because of the wings again of the firefly, to me you are transforming into something. Okay, so it's a very difficult card to see, but for me it's something that happened and that is not going to happen this week. Is something that happened, and actually what's happening this week is that you are transforming this energy into something positive. So you've grieved properly and you're ready to move on, okay, from this painful experience. Then we have the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is a card that speaks again about movement. You can see all the wands going to the same direction, but this one is also a card that represents the fire elements because it's the wands elements. And this is a card that represents passion. So there's something you're passionate about that is, again, is going to move you towards uh, something new. Is going to you moving forward, but you're moving forward fast again. With the Page of Swords plus the Eight of Wands, things are happening quite fast. So again, it could be some kind of message that you receive, because I can see the birds here again, and to me it represents receiving some kind of message. So it could be an email, it could be a phone call, it could be a text message, it could be a letter, it could be anything, or it could even be when you listen to your intuition, you receive some kind of message from your higher self or from your angels or anything like this. But everything that you're going to receive as a message this week is going to help you move forward, but it's going to happen fast, like you're moving fast to a new direction. And also, it could be you just realizing that, okay, I've let the pain take too much of my time and it's time for me to move on, which you taking this decision is making you move forward. And maybe is by having someone helping you doing this. Maybe you've asked for help to someone, or someone told you something, and before you didn't hear what they were saying. They told you many times but you didn't hear. You listened but you didn't hear, and this time you are ready to move on. But anyway, whatever it can be, there's movement towards something new, towards something different. And I repeat what I say, like every step moving forward, every step that you take moving forward is going to be a step in the right direction. So don't be scared to not know where you're going exactly, to not know what's going to happen. You know, everything is going to unfold when it's time for you to know. So don't be scared about where you're going for now. As long as you move forward and not backwards and you don't stay stuck in the past, then you'll be fine, and you don't stay stuck in the present either. You don't do anything. You need to move. But every step that you make forward is going to be a step in the right direction. And then finally we have the Sun card, which is one of the best card, if not the best card of the tarot. So it's going to be a good week for you. You're going to experience some joy, some happiness, maybe that you didn't feel in a long time because of this painful event that happened. But also I feel like there's some kind of element of you being released from knowing the details. I think like you understand that you need to move forward and we'll see the details later. I think like there's some kind of freedom that you're gaining there. The horse is a card of freedom, and this person, you can see this, they feel very free, very flowy, very very happy. So there's a lot of joy, happiness, harmony being gained again in your life this week. So very good card, one of the best card of the deck. And yeah, you're going to be experiencing something great. So you're moving away from, this the kind of like fear that the moon has as an energy, to the sun that is a little bit more like joyous, harmonious, adventurous. You can see there's these two cards that have the kind of same colors, and these two cards have the same kind of colors. So there's very much an evolution from a little bit of a darker energy, I would say, or more sad energy maybe, or more fearful based energy, towards something like exciting, new, happy and joyful and all of this. So yeah, pretty interesting week. I think like there's collaboration that needs to happen, but no matter what, it's going to be a very good week with the sun card. So now I'm going to pull two cards or three cards from the angels, just to see what they have to say. Again, I will cut the pile in three. I will shuffle three times and cut the pile in three. But yeah, if you like this reading, if it resonates with you so far, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me and the channel grow. And yeah, let me know how it resonates with you. It's always interesting to see how it resonates with people. So let me know in the comments. But yeah, liking is free, subscribing is free, commenting takes a little bit more of your energy and time. But for subscribing and liking, really, it takes 5 seconds. You press the little thumbs up and you press subscribe, and that's it. You've helped me a lot. So I will pull three cards. I feel like I have to pull three cards. So let's do it. You have two major arcana with these three cards, but let's have a look. So you have the I took the French version of it. I didn't pay attention. I have an English version and I have a French version. I might go and pick up the English version just so I don't struggle, to translate or anything like this, and it says exactly what it needs to say. So bear with me. You're gonna have a little bit of a cut um, in the video, but I'll come back and I'll pull the same cards here. Here we are. So I went and picked up the English version of the deck. It's a deck that I really love, so I have it in both languages, because I use it depending on, the people that I read for, if they are French speaker or English speakers. But I really love this deck, so that's why I have it in two languages. Anyways, so let's have a look here. We have the King of Raphael, and it says warm, generous, honorable, refined. And then it says, yes, it is safe to trust. So yes, again, coming back to what I told you with the Three of Pentacles. It's okay to listen to others, and it's okay to ask for help, and it's okay to trust. The ability to accomplish many things at once, and then follow your creative passions. With the Eight of Wands is also that, and the Page of Swords is going to help you as well with this. Then we have the Lovers, and it says Archangel Raphael. So it could be an archangel that you can call if you feel like you need some kind of boost a little bit. You can call on Archangel Raphael. You can look on prayers, for example, to invoke his energy on Google. You type Archangel Raphael prayers, and you will be able to find, different prayers, and you can pick up the one that you feel like is more relevant to your situation, and the one you feel like you will need. But it says, make choices from your heart, deeply emotional commitments, and the power of love. So yeah, it's a card that speaks about choices, having choices to make, and choosing to listen to your heart and your emotions, like I said with the moon, to be able to make the decisions that you need to make. Okay. And then there's deeply emotional commitment. So that's just for the people looking for love, for example. That could be something that is coming into your life. And with this, with the first sentence as well, that says, yes, it is safe to trust. If you're looking for love and you already have someone in your life, for example, just lay down your guard a little bit. You don't have to be so defensive all the time. Some people are good for you in your life, and it's okay to trust. And the moon is also that, if your project or the things that I said, like you don't need to know the destination, is a relationship, just keep moving forward. It's okay to trust someone, even if you've been hurt in the past. Maybe it's time now to trust again. And then we have divine guidance, and we have Archangel Sandalphon. So again, it's an archangel that is behind you this week. So you can look at prayers on Google and invoke his energy. And it says, the search for meaning in life, which is very much the Page of Swords energy, wanting to know things. Consider an alternative approach, which I told you with the Three of Pentacles. It's important to let other people speak, because they can teach you something that you've never thought before, or they can teach you an alternative approach to a project that you've never thought of before. Surround yourself with wise teachers or friends. Again, it's the Three of Pentacles. Make sure you listen to other people's opinion, and make sure you surround yourself with clever people and people that want to see you succeed, not the people that are, you know, jealous, basically. So that's the message for this for the angels. Now I'm gonna pull two cards from the animals. I only have the English version, so we don't have to worry about this. So what message you have for? Okay, so we have two that fell there, so I'm gonna take these two. And we have Crow Spirit, and it says co-create with spirit. So again, it's co-creation. This is also a card of co-creation. So collaboration and co-creation are really the key words of this week. But I'll say co-create with spirit. This is again a reminder not to worry too much about the destination, and being more go with the flow. But as long as you move forward, as long as you put your energy towards something that you want, something that you're passionate about, something that you want to achieve in your life, and you put your energy towards this, then spirit is going to help you as well. So it's a process of co-creation. And then we have a giraffe spirit, and it says see the bigger picture, see the big picture. And I think again, you don't need to worry too much about the destination. You need to know just enough for you to move forward. And giraffe spirit to me is also a reminder of seeing things from a different perspective, because the giraffe can see very far ahead, and they can see also things that other people cannot see. So it reminds me of this, see things from a different perspective, see things from different angle, something that you've never seen before. I think it's more in these aspects that I would take this message from the giraffe spirit. But yeah, and then finally we're going to have a message from again, it's the angels, but it's more an angel number. So you're going to have an angel number, and I will read to you in a guidebook the affirmation and the little text that it says. But it's more like if you see this number on a piece of paper, on TV, you watch your clock and it's this number. It's just a reminder also to mentally come back to this reading and remember what's been told, and maybe remember the messages that I said in this reading. So let's go ahead and see what message is for you for this week or the week ahead. No matter when you watch this video, is going to be the right time for you. Time is, time is a construct. Like, I mean, weeks and months and hours and all these type of things is a construct, like by human beings. So whenever you watch this is the perfect time for you. And you have 4141, and it says habit. So you have number 4141, habit. So let's have a look at what it says in the guidebook. 4141, it's time to take a moment to reflect on why you're doing what you do. Are you working towards joy? So that's why I told you, you need to move away from this to go to the joy here. Or are you simply working to work? Your purpose here on this planet is much greater than being just another cog in a machine. Break that habit of monotony, start new routines, which I feel like you are doing with the Page of Swords and the Eight of Wands. There's something that's going to happen that is going to make you start something new. Um, Start new routines that allow you to invest in your own well-being. So yeah, with the Three of Swords as well, you're moving away from something that is painful towards something that is more uh, joyful and more you. Okay. And then the affirmation that you have to repeat 3 times anytime you need it is, I can always change for the better. I can always change for the better. I can always change for the better. So yeah, that was your reading, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please let me know in the comments. Let me know how it resonates. And again, if you can, like, comment, subscribe. Like and subscribe is very quick, very easy. It doesn't take much. It's free. Commenting is also free, but it takes a little bit more of your time and energy. But if you have the time and energy to do it, let me know in the comments how it resonates with you. But I wish you all a very good week, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye bye.